Hi there, Luke here, and welcome back to my playthrough of Metaphor. Last time we captured the notorious Heisme, who may not be as villainous as we thought. So, we are going to follow up on that tomorrow and hopefully have a few more answers as to why they are trying to pin everything, all of these kidnappings on Heisme. Let's go ahead and turn in for the night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I dreamed we were being chased around by a horde of giant sandworms. I barely got any rest at all. I hope Heisme behaved himself in the Gauntlet Runner. We should go check on him later. We also need to get some information out of Barden. But how do we even bring it up?
Are you awake? Barden just sent word. A few children disappeared in the night.
Wait, but Heisme's in the Gauntlet Runner, right? If he's still bound there, that basically proves he's innocent. But if he's not, we need to get to the runner, quick! Where's Stroll?
Speak, man. Are you all right? Where's Heisme? What happened here? Oh, he reeks of alcohol. Neuris, you old sot, don't tell me you drank yourself to sleep.
Heisme was blathering on about some things I found rather unnerving. So I had a little sup of the spirits to calm the nerves.
Wow, what a mess.
You witless... Maybe some cold water will wake you up, and if that water's not fixed yet, you're really in it! Ah!
Oh, there he is.
Now, what's all the commotion?
Ah, that was it! He kept scaring me, so I stuffed him into the lavatory to shut him up.
He says that like it makes sense. Does it make sense to you?
Not in the slightest.
Not in the slightest.
Anyway, one thing's for sure. Heisme was tied up the whole time, so he never set foot outside, right?
What's all this about frightening Neuris? I cannot imagine you suddenly felt compelled to share ghost stories.
I heard some strange sounds last night. I could tell they were footsteps, but not any I recognized. If it had anything to do with the disappearance of the residents, it could prove my innocence. That's why I spoke up.
I don't think he's lying. With all that fog, I couldn't find the source of the footsteps, but I found plenty of something else.
Boots.
Children's shoes.
Oh.
It was after midnight. No time for children to be out and about. I had the shoes checked at the guard station, and it looks like they belong to the missing children.
Then 'tis likely those footsteps belong to your true culprit.
But the guard said no one left town last night.
Nobody left? But that must mean the culprit is...
Inside the town. Definitely Heisme.
Inside the town?
Logically, yes.
If that's the case, I'd like to talk to Barden, but how much of this should we share with him?
If you ask me, it's time to lay out all you know. Taking me with you might help your case, too.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To bring you before the very man responsible for the bounty on your head. I trust I need not illustrate the risk.
Risk or not, the real culprit's likely one of their own. If you hide me, they'll accuse you of harboring a known criminal. You all had it right. It's time I faced reality. A life on the run leaves no room for me to truly mourn my son.
Heisme.
Whatever the case, let's meet with Barden.
Well, I must say I couldn't hope you'd capture him so swiftly.
Something wrong? You don't look well. Got a face like you've just stumbled upon a dead man.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to be just like the right-hand man. It's got to be more higher up than that.
No, it's nothing. Just surprised you caught him.
Aye, you have my thanks. Clearly, we were right to trust you. You'll get your payment in full.
Before that, I want to ask you one question. Why was Heismay the only suspect in this case?
One of the guard witnessed him firsthand. Go on, Morris, tell him.
On the night of the kidnappings, I spotted a Ujif bolting into the wilderness. Several times. No mistaking a squat figure like that. I'm telling you, what are the chances of there being 2 Ujif brigands in the area?
What did you say?
Strange. I don't recall the kidnapper's tribe being listed on the bounty poster. Even the captain seemed surprised, yet you alone knew this.
He's obviously our culprit.
Most strange. Heismay was already in our custody yesterday. In other words, the kidnappings of last night cannot be his doing.
Is this true?
Captain, I'm one of yours, aren't I? You're not gonna trust this little red-eyed bastard over me, are you?
Interesting. So Barden seems genuinely surprised. So maybe it is just this guy.
There's also the testimony from the guard at the gate. He reported no one coming or going from the city.
You scabby bounty hunters think you can mock the guard corps like this? Just take your damn blood money and get the hell out of here!
Fine, fine. Keep your hair on. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
Is there a problem here? Barden, may I interrupt?
No problem, ma'am.
Was that? Did you hear it, lad?
No, I heard nothing.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Now I see your game, you fiends.
It's all of them?
What? He's gone!
Heismay!
Find him! Secure the exits! Don't let him escape!
No good.
Was
He's
'cause-
nowhere to be found. What's gotten into Heismay?
He could have
I
heard.
got the impression he sensed something. If he'd meant to escape, he would have done it yesterday.
Yeah, maybe he heard what they were whispering. Maybe all 3 of them are in on it. I don't know.
I think Barden's innocent in all this. The real scumbag here is Morris, his second in command. He
Yeah.
framed Heismay with a false eyewitness testimony. Must have figured an exiled Ujif would be a perfect scapegoat.
So Morris, a would-be guard of the people, has been kidnapping the residents and selling them off.
Could be. And there's also those footsteps that old Heismay heard in the night.
Nurus is bound to have sobered up by now, right? Let's see how things are outside and get back to the runner.
Are you coherent yet? I didn't take you as the sort to fall so hard into your cups.
Well, an icy bath like that would freshen anyone up.
So, I think Stroll is right. I do believe that Barden is actually innocent. The lady of the land, I'm not so sure about.
And tell us again what happened last night. It may be our only clue to tracking down the real culprit.
Ah, bloody hell. Yes, it's coming back a bit. It wasn't just Heismay's reports that shook me. No, I saw something. It was right after I slung Heismay into the bathroom. Out the window, I saw some massive shadow moving through the fog. It wasn't any beast or man of this world. It was a dark messenger, I tell you. A specter from the very bowels of hell. It was like the horrors of every fairy story from my schoolboy days sprung to Stygian life.
Interesting. So I guess it couldn't be a runner because Nurus would definitely be able to point out a runner even in the darkness.
I was shaken, chums. Shaken to my core. I cried out for help, grabbed for something to steady myself, and all I found was the bottle.
There. You're all right now.
Even if there is some monster behind this, how would it connect with Morris? I don't see why he would be compelled to hide this to the extent of framing Heismay.
True. Let's try investigating the lady's old castle. Heismay's bound to have a reason for bolting off like that.
What if the lady is the monster? And maybe he's very loyal to her and the church, and so he protects her identity by trying to frame Heismay. I don't know. It's a possibility, I suppose. No good. They said they haven't found Heismay yet, so they can't remove the blockade from the gate. Sounds like he's got them on a wild goose chase.
Aye.
What of our plans, then? Should we just sneak in? Oh, there. Over here. That sounds like
Evidently.
'tis coming from over there. Is he calling for us? Oh.
Huh?
Why is Heismay with you? The guard at the gate said they'd not found him yet.
Got to say,
I'm the captain of the guard, and I have the responsibility to the truth, to know and uphold it. That's all this is about.
What folly.
Could have avoided all this trouble if you just lopped my head off to start with, oddballs, the lot of you. Why did you run off so suddenly?
The truth is,
I did some investigating inside. The moment Lady Joanna cracked the door to the room, I heard the sound of a child scream. I knew it, so she is in on this in some way, shape, or form. Barden was out of the loop, and Morris, for some reason, knows about this. And Lady Joanna is, well, she is childless. Whatever you heard, it cannot have been her own family. No child could get into such a heavily guarded castle unnoticed. Your kidnapper has to be within these walls. My money's on Morris being the weasel. He lied to our faces trying to get us to walk into a human's jaws.
it's absurd.
Morris? No, that's absurd. I cannot suffer him to kidnap any more innocent children. Please, will you help me put an end to this evil? I've no one else to turn to.
Yeah.
Of course. After all, we can't use your head for the competition. Oh, if we can't use your head for the competition, we'll need a replacement anyway. We're in, right, Dalen? Of course.
I'm in your debt.
I'm in your debt.
And so?
Seemed to us like no kidnapper could get victims into the castle on our watch. Not under all our noses. But there was an old underground tunnel that even the castle guards didn't know about, and Heismay's the man who found it. There'd be plenty of places to hide hostages down there. Morris may have known about it as well. Right under the lady's mansion. That's bold. Okay, let's get to work then. You should be able to get there from Blind Well Alley at the end of Cattle Racket Road. I've got to return to my post, but I'm counting on all of you. Yeah, so something fishy is definitely going on with Lady Joanna. I don't know if Joanna is a monster or if there's something else going on. Like maybe they're selling off these children to, I don't know, be indoctrinated into the church or something. A well leading to an underground channel. Everyone's already headed to Blind Well Alley. We can get there by following Cattle Racket Road, so let's go there when you're ready. Well, I mean, we're already here. They are giving us the chance to go do things. So I keep thinking that clicking down the left stick is how you sprint in this game, and that is the log. Oh, man. I feel like I never, ever used to make these kind of simple mistakes just over and over with controls, specifically. So I think we're going to go to Academia, and we're going to unequip the healer. Because I did it again. Oh my gosh, I just... literally just talked about this. Okay, so...
Now what am I to do?
We're going to go to Academia. Unequip the healer. Because...
That waterway.
Whoops. Shut up, Gallica.
Now, where was I?
I want to go back to the Seeker. And I want to see if we can advance more. I don't know if hanging out with him takes any time. I don't think it would advance time.
Well, well.
You've developed the healer. It seems your assignment is complete.
Incredible.
Nice.
All right.
Ooh, extra imagination. As I thought, I sensed a sudden light in my mind, illuminating what was hidden.
Fascinating.
Thanks to the research of this strength and the strength and influence of your archetype, a flicker of memory is returned to me. Oh, I just want to say, by the way, last episode I brought up how I had a moment of self-doubt where I had mentioned, I think I mentioned that the statue in Academia is like Da Vinci's statue or whatever, and I was like, I think the Vitruvian Man is from some guy named Vitruvia or something. And I went ahead and looked it up because it was kind of bugging me. I was like, am I totally cracked? Like, am I completely wrong here? So the Vitruvian Man is 100% from Leonardo da Vinci. So I was right the first time. I second guessed myself. And so yeah. Moving on. All right. What kind of memory? You remember everything. Obviously, he's not going to remember everything. And who are you again? I'll just say what kind of memory.
What kind of...
It occurs to me that I conducted research on archetypes in the past as well.
Huh?
Research on archetypes? It is precisely this power that could make a utopia like my novelized vision. Yes, it is more than feasible.
However,
that fool of a king turned his eyes from the utopia I dreamed of. The book you carry and this library's vast knowledge, all condemned by his decree. Now, I don't know if Moore is talking about a king long ago in the past, or if he's talking about a king like the king who got murdered at the start of the game. Ultimately, I was locked in these chambers, shut away in secret, and most outrageously killed. Wait, Moore's dead? Wait. Let me read that again. Ultimately, I was locked in these chambers, shut away in secret, and most outrageously killed. Moore is dead. Whoa, okay. And I've been alone ever since, except for my feline companion, Plateau, of course. I forgot the cat's name is Plateau. I believed I would die here, never knowing who I was. It is because of that fear that I immersed myself in research. I hoped I might leave some proof that I once lived. Yet that too came to a standstill.
in truth,
And then you appeared. You have given me an opportunity to not just research again, but to regain my life. frankly, I hesitated to expect anything at all. If we saw no developments here, I was prepared to finally give up. But the miracle of my memory returning has convinced me. This power of archetypes, it is the original magic, and it may shake the foundation of all we know. It can change the world, and I'll prove it.
I see.
I can already see we will make a fine team. As for your part, you'll be needing a power that can oppose Luis. Let us continue our research further, that you might reach the apex of your abilities.
I look forward to continuing our research.
Reduces the mag cost of studying the Seeker lineage. Increases skill inheritance slots for the Seeker. Nice. That's awesome. Yes, we can have another thing to inherit. That's so great for us. Oh, I've been waiting for that. Okay. The archetype tree becomes accessible from the main... Wait. Hold up. I have been going through this game this whole time. I could have had access to my archetypes from the main menu if I'd just gotten the healer to level 10. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm freaking out. That was insane. What an upgrade. Wait, so does that mean I can now swap on the fly as long as I'm not in battle? Oh man, what a game changer. It appears that nurturing the archetypes results in a deeper bond between you and academia as well. I believe you are now at a point where you'll find use in this. It's an igniter that will allow you and I, as fellow seekers, to share our consciousness even when we're apart.
This right here.
So long as you have this, you can study archetypes from anywhere you'd like. However, when you have completed a research task, I would still ask that you come talk to me directly in academia. Okay, pressing Y on the main menu will move you directly to the archetype tree, where you can study archetypes at any time without going to academia. I do require your power in developing my research, not to mention, I have the time I get to spend speaking with you.
Well then.
To change the world, we must examine things from a different angle. Your next research task is to study the heroic embodiment of the gunner. I'm sure it will help you hone your virtues, along with other meaningful opportunities.
This one's important.
Okay.
Until next we meet.
Ah, marvelous. Already I can barely contain my fascination. My mind races for the first time in ages. I am counting on you.
Oh.
Aha! I see you've already completed the task of studying Gunner. Even I could learn from that insatiable, inquisitive mind of yours.
Incredible.
Killing two birds with one stone here. This is great. Let's go. Huh, well, he's pretty good, isn't he?
Yes.
Indeed. Thanks to him, my thoughts have found order. While researching, I thought I'd look into where this place may be. But I suspect we must consider why it is that the king imprisoned me here in the first place. Most likely, it was because my archetype research was nearing a truth that the king would prefer remained buried. Yeah, so basically the utopia is the antithesis of the power that a king would have. right? So if everybody's equal, if all the tribes are all hunky-dory and everybody loves each other and there's equality and peace and everything like that, you can't rule over people with an iron thumb. So, or an iron fist, whatever. Let's see here. What truth?
What?
All right.
Archetypes were forbidden by sanctism to begin with. It is a mighty power, after all. I'm sure they saw it as a threat, and rightly so, especially if wielded freely by the people. Even now, research on it is forbidden. Presumably, the king reasoned that if he locked me up here, I could contribute no more. And so I continued my research day after day, with no results to show for it, stuck in this place, continuing on in circles, just as he designed. I speak of it nonchalantly now, but in truth, those days were some of the hardest I've known. How can a man endure such failure and solitude and remain sane?
But...
However, through my fantasy novel, I found a connection to you. You, who shares my dearest ideals. I doubt the king would have expected such a twist as this. The wheels of fate have slowly begun to turn.
It's conceivable.
Only when my research on archetypes, on transformation magic, is complete and immaculate, only then might I escape the king's curse and leave this place. So, once again, Moore's vision of the world is idealistic, right? It's this utopia. And a lot of it is more akin to our world as opposed to this fantasy realm. However, I do still question if when we release more, if he will pursue his utopia to whatever end, right? And perhaps, most likely, that does mean the destruction of everything we have saved. This whole world, essentially. He will go to reshape it. And I fear that we will then have to stand up against this utopia that we've been fighting for this whole time, because we have found the beauty beyond just this. Like, there's pain and it's imperfect, but there's also goodness too. And if everything like that is destroyed to create this utopia, maybe we're talking about like the lack of free will here. Like maybe in Moore's world, to ensure that people don't rise up against each other, there might be a lack of free will. And this is kind of similar in concept, if they do go this route, to one of my favorite villains from Persona. You probably know who I'm talking about if you're familiar with the games, but I'm not going to spoil it. Play Persona. Anyways, I wonder about that. And I wonder if we will rise up and be the next king, right? Like if we will become the hero, and if the prince, when his curse is broken, maybe he'll side with Moore, because, I mean, the book was originally the prince's. He's familiar with the utopia concept. And so maybe, I don't know, I'm just going into this like fan theory. I'm theorizing here, and I think it's really interesting where the plot could go in the future. Like, I don't see Moore as like a villain, but he has the potential to become an antagonist. So we'll see. for now, I'll say I'll help you.
Right.
Oh.
The longer I dwell in this lonely place, the more your words of support touch my heart.
Regards.
I will count on you as before, as a comrade in vision and in ambition. And that's the thing. Moore has been stuck here for Lord knows how long. His ambition to continually study and pursue this utopia is limitless. Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. They could take this in some pretty interesting ways.
No.
Oh, wait. What is happening? Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom.
A new power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny. Oh.
You are the key to escape.
Oh! We can now study the Magic Seeker? Hello? I'm very interested.
Now then.
Ah, this foreign thing, joy that courses through me. But you need a power to oppose more hardships. Study the heroic embodiment of the merchant. The growth of a heroic embodiment will refine your virtues in turn. I hope this task will prove meaningful to you.
This one's important.
We're just gonna be fulfilling quests after quest after quest.
I have faith in you.
I believe in you. I trust that you will fulfill your promise to me. And then it's gonna be like, oh, you already did it. And then we're gonna get more lore.
Welcome.
Oh, no? Oh, we haven't actually studied the merchant, have we? Have we? I thought we did.
I see.
I have not studied. Okay. So we could do that. We're at 32 minutes right now. We haven't really done much. We're about halfway through. We might as well do it. Hold on, let me see what's going. Oh no, I need to be ranked 20. What rank am I? 16. So I do have one more requirement.
That is...
Oh, I just want to look at the... Oh, I can look at the thing. Okay, so this one has chase support, which I think these are kind of the same as the other one. However, it starts with Cyclo, so it's stronger by default. And then you have medium heal. Okay, great. Evasion to wind, which is great. Heavy wind damage, Cyclone, and then Vitalia increases attack/defense for one ally by 2 ranks for 3 turns. Whoo, boy. That's great. Oh, man. And then it... Oh, this is so cool. This is so awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and study this.
I see. Fascinating. This right here.
Because...
All right.
Let's just knock out as much of Moore's bond as we can.
I'm counting on you.
That way we don't have to keep coming back and delaying this, because I feel like I'm already way behind. Because I feel like I should have gotten the healer up way faster. Way sooner, rather. O worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength, if thou art prepared to disavow martial might and support society from within the shadow of the coin, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the merchant. So this is the power of the merchant. The power to use money to achieve victory and reap rewards. I'll put it to good use. And it's yet another way to fight.
Oh.
Well, well. I see the number of archetypes you've studied has grown. I am very pleased. My own research is coming along quite nicely, thanks to you. It's not much, but please take this as a token of my thanks.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
No. We're not swapping, but we are swapping back to the Seeker, because we are significantly more powerful as the Seeker. Oh, and we can inherit. Yeah, here we go. So we can inherit fire damage, or we can inherit Hama. Light is sometimes nice to have. Almighty damage. Now we could get some almighty damage on us. It does have high crit chance, and it does not say that it has a... Yeah, it does not say that it has a low hit rate. Or hit chance, rather. Okay, so I believe, if I recall correctly, almighty damage is defined by the fact that nothing is resistant to it, but nothing is also weak to it, I think. It's just basically pure damage. Light dodge. Gold attack could be kind of nice, but I think we're either going to go with Hama or Bot. And I don't really know which. Actually, no. Well, I do feel like we're gearing up for a kind of a challenging battle.
This could work.
So I think we are going to stick with Seeker for now, but I really, really want to get Mage up and keep leveling that up, because we just need more ranks in Mage. I want Ice. I am missing the Ice element, and I really, really want it. Even Hulkenberg is only at rank 1, which is crazy. I thought we did a couple battles with her being a mage, but maybe not. Maybe we did not. Did Stroll have an extra inheritance? Oh, okay, he already did it. I could put him on Psych, and then I could change out his... I don't know, whatever he has equipped. That's giving him Mage Wind. Although the pierce damage is kind of nice. I might replace Perfect Punch with Bot. I don't know, it's kind of a hit or miss thing, because sometimes things are immune to fire, and then it's like, well, Hulkenberg's useless again. I don't know, the Knight is not really my favorite, if I'm being honest. I probably would have better luck having Brawler or having Mage. Honestly, Mage, probably, but I don't think Hulkenberg has very much SP or MP, whatever it is. Let's do Seeker's Research. Wait, what? My assignment for you is to develop the merchant. From the looks of it, there's still progress to be made.
Forward to it.
Let's see here. I could proceed with my research if you raise it to level 15? Oh boy. Sorry, Moore. It's been nice knowing you. We have to pet the cat. I don't know if we did it once, but we're doing it again. Plateau. We've got to remember that name. Let's leave.
You'll come again.
Okay. Well, that was a bit of a lengthy visit to Academia. More so than I anticipated. I thought I was just going to go in and swap to Seeker and turn in my level up, but, or my research once, but that got a little out of hand. All right, let's go.
Now what am I to do?
Back to Cattle Drive. Cattle Rack Road or whatever it's called. Rattle Cattle. Cattle Racket. Rattle Cattle.
What is it?
Okay, let's go. We're going to this underground passage. The well. Blind Well Alley. Alright, let's talk to
However?
Hulkenberg. I did not expect there to be an underground channel. It is no wonder traces of the kidnapper couldn't be found. The children are beneath. Let us hurry there.
Is this the place?
So, this is the entrance to the underground channel. If Morris is the culprit behind all this, he's probably lurking somewhere ahead. Let's go in. If we catch him with the children, he won't be able to talk his way out of it. I still think it's Lady Joanna.
Let's go.
I can hear the kidnapped children screaming underneath here. We must help them. Let's hop right in. Hop right in. Okay, so this is the old well that Bardon mentioned. We should be able to get down there, down to the underground channel from here.
Ready?
The kidnapped children should be in there. Are you all prepared?
Let's go.
Let's go. We got a brand new party member, Heisme. That's great. Heisme's cool. I'm super down to have him in our party. I wonder what he plays like. I wonder what his archetype is.
However,
Dang it, he's not a party member. Not yet. Man, this music. By golly, it's different, but it is good. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
Someone's here. All right. There he is.
Come on, get the bait moving already. If that thing goes out of control, we'll be dinner.
Are they feeding
You
them
can't run from
to
us.
humans?
Please. Help.
The child yet lives.
Out of your jurisdiction now, aren't you? You're trespassers down here. And that means anything that happens to you is your own damn fault.
if you've got something to say it to our faces. Even you must feel the weight of what you've done.
Eyes up. Something stirs in the back.
Are these the monsters we heard about?
No. Further back. 'Tis the footsteps in the night.
It's a
The
big
bigger
old
that
human.
beast back there grew, the more its watchdogs started changing with it. One of them's gonna make a meal of you.
What has been happening here? Why do you kidnap the residents?
Why? Because premium bait's worth a fortune. I couldn't live on the wages of a guardsman forever.
You kidnap children for money? You utter scum!
This from a bloody-eyed Eugene. Look to your own sins, sir. You weren't just stripped of your knighthood. You were exiled. You're a coward who's been living in the hole you deserve. Didn't pretend you can play at justice now. You foil!
No. 'Tis true in part.
Oh, it's gonna be his awakening. Oh boy.
'Tis why I stand here now. I ran from my past and turned away from my pain. You prey on innocent lives. Your sin will be repaid. Yet I cannot condemn you alone. Not when I could not see past my own suffering. Not when I locked myself away to be alone with my pain.
O lodestar, who falters in memory, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Choose? My choice is already made. You can't erase your past. All you can do is take it in hand and reshape your future.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
I am Haisme Noctul. I believe the arc of life depends not upon birth. By these hands soiled or sinless, I fight! Apologies, but I cannot do this alone.
Go! Rip them apart!
On guard!
That was pretty awesome.
Morris, you will not escape me! Out of my way, fiends!
What's going on? He just started fighting with us. And even he awakened to his power.
Perchance 'tis through your influence that this power passed to him, Captain?
Oh, is this what Moore was talking about?
Young man, you seem the most adept with this magic. I will strike at your direction, if you might spare it. Rest assured, I once stood among the Shadow Guard, and the years have not dulled my edge.
Okay. Super cool. The thief archetype. All right. So, I think that's... I still don't fully understand the mechanical nature of it. Like, why is the heart made of metal and cord, or like wires, I guess? But I do, obviously, I understand the metaphor of speaking from the heart. So they use it as a microphone. Anyways, I think that was maybe my favorite awakening so far. I think. I love his little... I love that he's like a little bat mouse. It's great. Okay. Deals weak physical slash damage to one enemy. May inflict forget. I can steal. Mudo. Weak dark damage. Let's try this.
Some darker arts.
Okay.
I can't afford to hold back.
Let's
make
start
an
with
end
the
of it.
synthesis.
It's yours.
Oh my gosh. Butchered that
Hack
word.
and slash.
Synthesis.
Let's stay calm.
Okay.
I'll get some distance. Seeker!
I'm a seeker again. Oh my gosh. Oops, sorry, I may have bumped my mic there. Oh man, I'm probably gonna go through the whole game with the stupid mage devotion equipped. Ridiculous. Okay. And also, can I get rid of Psych for Cyclo? Doesn't matter. Let's take this one out.
Still up? I have your back. This is nothing.
Thank you, Hulkenberg. You're the best.
Dodged! Nice one, Captain!
Nice. Yeah, that was great.
For all that we
Okay,
strive
let's...
for.
they're fire-based. This is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. I should have kept the punch.
No.
Because now, Hulkenberg is only
To save the
useful...
ground.
Hold on.
Let us fight as one.
Yeah,
Moving
she's
to the
only
front.
useful if
Join
I
with me.
have jump thrust available.
Let me help.
Which burns
Still
through
standing, I
my
see.
Let us clean
turns
up
like
this mess.
nobody's business.
Hidden art!
Phantom Tracer deals extreme physical slash damage to one enemy and removes buff effects. That's awesome. And weak dark magic to all enemies. Let's do
My
it.
powers support you.
Rancor!
Dang it, I missed.
Oh, please.
That was a waste of magic. Could probably just take this one out. Oh wait, it's fire. Oh wait, they are weak to fire?
We can do this.
Oh, I guess I was completely wrong.
A tough one.
I stand ready. Let justice prevail.
They're called hellhounds, right? Oh my gosh. Hulkenberg missed!
Chief's agility? Face me!
Once again, Hulkenberg is
Some darker
useless.
arts.
Not bad, if I say so myself.
I feel stronger.
I like Hulkenberg. Just saying. I really do. I like Hulkenberg. But man, Hulkenberg drives me crazy. I need to equip her with a better archetype, I think. One that just vibes better with the crew. Because the knight, I feel like I've been struggling.
Stop! Damn! The bastard got away!
But the children are safe.
Good. You saved them, Heismay.
You know that I used to have a child of my own. My son. He was killed. I could not even protect my own flesh and blood. Who could call me a knight? Since then, I've wondered what I had left to live for, and found few answers.
Is that why you lived in such a dangerous place? That you might be...
We need to chase down Morris first. He said something kind of weird back there, didn't he?
Regarding the watchdogs, he said they gradually turned more horrific the more the monster grew.
Do you think that's the effect of the melancholia? I expect anything further in will be even more malformed then.
But why root all this in the basement of the lady's own domain? Clearly, someone is invested in Morris's efforts. But who would finance this?
Hulkenberg, come on, put two and two together. Lady Joanna, obviously, and the church.
I can't say for certain. Still, from the very beginning, this has felt beyond the realm of any sane, moral person.
And to think this started as a simple bounty contract. We've set foot in something far bigger, I think.
Let's get these poor youngsters back to Baden for now.
Sure.
You saved the wee ones' lives. We can't thank you enough.
Grateful to you
It
too.
was thanks to your help, too.
I know this is difficult to hear, but Morris had a hand in this the whole time. He confessed as much to us.
Aye. I found out the man's been struggling to pay off all manner of gambling debts. I'll round up the guard and search the whole bloody castle for him.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you'd be outmatched. However, it would be a great help to us if your guards could prevent anyone from leaving the grounds.
But that's the thing is, it wasn't just Morris. There was another guard there, which means who knows how many other guards there are who are corrupt, and so you have no idea which of your guards you can trust.
Considering everything, I can't help but think the Lady Joanna's got to be in on this somehow.
But the woman is a respected sanctoress. Besides which, she's the one who funded the initial request.
True, but again, I think that it's the church who is trying to knock out the competition. I think. I don't know. I mean, that would make sense to me. And clearly, Stroll is the big brain here.
I'll tell you this. Hard as we've looked, we can't find a sniff of Lady Joanna herself.
Ah, she disappeared too.
We're here for our own reasons.
There we go.
Whoever we find down there, we're not going to stay our blades. Any objections?
None for me. Do as you will, and I'll trust in Lady Joanna's innocence. Indeed, for all we know, the culprit may be holding her hostage.
I mean, the chances of all this happening right under her nose is pretty slim. Okay, in order to break the prince's curse, I'll need to make an impression during the tournament. I must accomplish something that would catch Luis's eye. Besides, I think we're the only ones who can handle getting to the bottom of this. And we'll do it, not just for ourselves, but for the town as well.
I, too, have a score that needs settling. I cannot let these atrocities continue, especially not in my name. I believe in you.
Haizme, a traditional warrior burdened by his past, has become your ally.
Considering we're due in Oceania in a matter of days, we've little time to tarry here.
Our foes may be strong, but they're also trapped like rats in the basement. We'll use the old well to get in and out.
I left Haizme to calm down a little in the Gauntlet Runner as he wished, and decided to return to the inn with everyone else. Cool. Yeah, that was great. This was great. I'm getting even more excited to see the result of this whole kidnapping quest. Really, really fascinating stuff. Now, that being said, we are going to go ahead and save here and call it for today. But when we pick up, we're going to go straight into this next dungeon. I don't know how long this dungeon is going to be. We don't have a mission deadline yet, so it might be very large, but I'm kind of expecting it to be equivalent or maybe even a little longer than the cathedral. So we'll see. But that's going to have to wait till next time. So until then, bye for now.